Yo, welcome back. Today we're going to be reacting to a Velular news video about the Xbox price hikes. I looked a bit into it, I mean, I just searched it on Google. It's like a $10 increase in the price, which, 10 times 12, hey, 120 more bucks you have to pay. Even then, though, I think it's still worth it if you're a hardcore gamer. Because you're gonna be able to finish multiple $30 games in the time like in like a month. You should be able to. If you're casual, maybe not. Anyways, let's be honest. We all knew this was happening, or it was gonna happen. Same thing happened with the what's it called? The taxis, but with the app, whatever they're called.
That's what it costs now to get new games on their actual release day as a part of your Game Pass subscription. And ultimately, so many people have said no to that question, and they've said no right as Xbox's account management webpage has crashed. That's either unfortunate timing that we've all decided to now.
I don't know. I think they're saying no now, but they might come back realistically. It just depends on the games, to be honest. Because if they add doctored games, then yeah, it's definitely not worth. But for example, Gears of War, they're doing a remake or something. That's gonna be on the Game Pass. There's like two other games which are good. That's gonna be on the Game Pass. For only a $10 increase, depends.
Narrative-wise, or, well, it could be a legion of frustrated gamers slamming that webpage and taking it down. Who knows? Probably one of the two. Now, the price hike this represents is 50%, and that's on.
Wait. Okay, I think the problem is they've been doing too many hikes, to be honest. They should have increased from 16 to 20 in one go, and then from 20 to 30.
Top of loads of other price hikes.
Because if you think about it, every year they're doing a price hike. Next year, they could also do one, shouldn't they? So yeah, it's not worth.
So yes, for many, this was the final straw. Game Pass, the thing that was marketed as the best deal in gaming, has now changed. I think it's no longer the best deal in gaming. The reason why is
There's also another Game Pass, right? With the PlayStation, isn't there?
fairly simple. It's because Xbox faces pressure from Microsoft to generate revenue. And because of that, their business model has shifted.
Well, to be fair, even then, is there any other like subscription that gives a lot of games for free? Because I actually don't think there is, right? Because I know I think PlayStation tried, but I don't know if it's still doing it.
Again, because it keeps shifting. And it's almost as if Xbox is just directionlessly trying to hold on for dear life. Now look, if you don't want to code or engineer and you're not into games, you can skip this bit, but if not, you've got to get in boot.dev. They're today's sponsor, and honestly, where the
I do want to create a, what's it called? Something that reads text out loud. Just because it's annoying having to read text in games.
were they a decade ago when I was in university? You see, Boot is all about learning back-end development using TypeScript, Go, and Python, and, well, unlike anywhere else, it's literally made for us in that it's a role-playing game. I mean, just look at this leaderboard, race past as people are completing lessons. But today, I want to show you something cool and new.
Wait, it's a role-playing game, but with the lessons?
It's the training.
Is it like D&D, but you have to make script for the attacks?
Rounds. It's a new feature that Lane shipped like 2 weeks ago, and it's awesome.
What's that? This has been in some coding things for a while. It's just AI that helps you, so you can vibe code. Doug has used it for like the last Well, he's used it a couple times before.
It is infinite and specific training, and what it solves is the problem of practice. And if you were like me, much of your learning was solving problems in a
Which, by the way, don't trust AI with coding yet, or at least with the, detailed coding. Since I've just seen it fucked up so many times.
university course and then moving on to the next thing, and too often not having that knowledge stick. And this is where Training Grounds is real cool. It knows every lesson you've done and when you've done every lesson. It knows what you found challenging and what topics you've learned in the past. So it can actually work in revision, basically using spaced repetition. And using all of that, it actually creates coding challenges for you. It's an awesome new feature, and that's just a tiny slice.
Dude, I don't want to talk bad about the sponsor for his sponsor or ad, but I feel like the best way to learn coding and like a lot of skills is just watching a YouTube video. Like for example, here, James Gunn's DCU, sure, whatever. Let's say Python for beginners. Here, 2025, 2 hours, 1 hour. Like, now these probably won't teach you everything, but they're gonna teach you like what you need, I feel like.
Slice.
Then I guess it depends on what type of learner you are.
It's really fantastic, and you got 25% off your first purchase at boot.dev/Bellular. And if you're not happy, don't worry, because they'll refund you on the spot.
All right,
30-day
check it out
guarantee.
if you want.
I do need to be clear about something, though. Xbox has released more good games this year than ever before. Well-received games, but for the overall company, it has still been an awful year. The layoff
Makes us push into AI. Doesn't mean the company's replacing workers. They expanded too fast, and now they're cutting back, like every other company, because of COVID. Then again, it's been a bit since COVID, so maybe it has nothing to do with it.
have hit hard, studios have been closed, games have been...
Actually, no, because when it comes to games, you usually plan like several years ahead, right? Like it takes several years to make a game.
Cancelled, all because Microsoft demanded Xbox free up resources, which, well, we know are going over to the AI data centers. And this was brutal. But that wasn't all that happened. Remember The Outer Worlds 2? Well, Xbox tried raising game prices.
Outer Worlds. I never played this one. I do hear it's like good. Maybe it's like a cult classic, like Dragon's Dogma. As there hits $80 when you don't set it for games. They definitely do set the prices. This is retarded. You do set the prices. Like if you want it, you can change this into $20. Like what's stopping you?
Prices to $80. It was a total disaster. The game just could not sustain that price.
I don't know if that's with the current market conditions. Yeah. There's so many good games that are like 60 or 40, 30. Especially like indie games, which they're not even like $10. And they're so good. You can't be releasing something at, what was it, $80? Like, what? I can buy so many, like, other good games for that amount.
Then came another brutal hit, hot off the heels of a second US console price rise in a year.
Wasn't Xbox stopping the competition with the Xbox itself? I thought they stopped selling these, and they were gonna focus on the Game Pass.
Due to tariffs and due to uncertainty, big retailers like Costco aren't even stocking Xbox devices anymore. Not in the US, not in the UK. So big American companies are not stocking the big American...
No, they definitely said a couple years ago, like 1 or 2 years, that they were moving away from Xbox, didn't they? And they were gonna focus on the Game Pass?
Console. That's probably a bad sign. And now, of course, another price hike, the one we're talking about today, the one for Game Pass. The outrage has been widespread. Players are posting their cancel...
Unbelievable games. Oh, wait. I thought the Game Pass itself gave you access to all the games. No, this is a fucking scam. Dude, what the fuck? No, just use those $9 to buy one good game. Because imagine the one game or the couple games you wanted to play aren't included. Also, why is the League of Legends icon here? League of Legends is free. It shouldn't even be here. I guess you get all the champions. No, even then it shouldn't be here. You can just play a bit and get most of the champions you want. What the fuck is this?
Screenshot.
Okay, so realistically, no, this is new Xbox published games. So the ones published by Xbox, not the other ones. Who cares about Riot Games? What? You know what? This one isn't worth anything. Ubisoft Plus, dogshit company. Classic, dogshit. EA, dogshit. Fortnite, I didn't like Fortnite when it came out, so I can't really say much.
That's because, yes, Xbox wants you to pay $360 just to play new games on day one.
Dude, what are these? Like, I keep seeing Ubisoft Classic and EA. Who the fuck wants to pay $30 a month to play these shit games?
Though, of course, they'll want to sell you on the other amazing benefits that they plan to add to Game Pass. And the headline fact is that Game Pass Ultimate costs $30 a month, and it's the only console tier that lets you play new games.
It's not worth. Because you can buy let's say, what's it called? Kingdom Come, Deliverance 1. I don't think it's even $30. You can buy that and play for 2 or 3 months. Like the whole game. What's another game? Megabunk? It's a popular game now. You can play that for a couple months as well. And that's only $8, by the way. I mean, Battlefield is coming out, right? You can play that for, well, until the online dies, I guess.
On day one.
Like $30 for the Game Pass itself doesn't seem that good. Because it's only 1 month. And $30 games usually have like a long playtime.
Which, at least to many people, was a large
I mean, you can buy Sekiro, Elden Ring as well.
part of the value proposition.
Doesn't make sense.
Now that's $10 more than a year ago, and it's $15 more than whenever that tier launched. So, how does Xbox justify this? Well, they've added Ubisoft subscription library, plus a built-in Fortnite
Dogshit sports games.
Crew subscription from November 18th onward, and biggest of all, 1440p streaming with higher bit rates through Xbox Cloud Gaming. There's also PC Game Pass, and it's also going up. It's the only other tier with day one access.
Wait, was that a League? No, it wasn't. I don't know these players.
1440p streaming with higher bit rates through Xbox Cloud Gaming. There's also PC.
Wait, it's League of Legends. That's RE? Yeah. Oh, it's the Xbox Game Pass series? Never heard of this shit.
Game Pass, and it's also going.
I don't know any of these
No,
players
it's
either.
the only other tier with day one access. It's now $5 more, being $16.49 a month, and they're also adding in the Ubisoft subscription there as well. But that's not the only thing that matters, because there is no discounted annual subscription anymore. That's the huge change. You used to be able to get these at a substantial discount by buying.
Oh, the usual buy one get one free type of deal, right? Like, oh, 16% bonus. You just buy it. You're not gonna play
Annual, but now Ultimate
it.
is just $30 a month, which is of course 300.
By the way, I remember playing Destiny and they did the same dog shit. Why the fuck is online like something you have to pay for? Like what? If you have internet, you should have online. It's so fucking retarded that they paywall you and you just sit there and take it, like you Xbox players.
$60 a year. So hey, we've got an Xbox 360 now. Though if you're a PC gamer, it won't sting that bad because it's $16.49 a month, which is $100.
Like, is there any game on PC that you have to play online? I don't think so, right? Because the Destiny 2 on PC, I think you can team up with other people without paying. It's just like an Xbox thing, right?
$198 a year. Still plenty of dollars, but do you want to know what's
And I remember playing a Call of Duty, the one with the numbers and Jason. That's like the only one I played. And I think I played that one online without paying. But was that on Xbox or PlayStation?
worse? Well, in places like Brazil,
I don't know, it's
the
weird.
monthly price has doubled. Doubled. How can they justify this? Well, we know that Microsoft CFO Amy Hood is applying a lot of pressure. She wants better profit margins, and we've been independently informed about Games Pass, where
Wait. New AI shit, sure. Wait, why are they trying to get training centers for AI? Like, I would understand if it's like Nvidia or whatever that makes a lot of money with it, and like selling with the government and all shit, that shit. What if it had been 160 billion from having not purchased Activision?
a lot of pressure. She wants better profit margins, and we've been independently informed about Games Pass, where as a service, it is comfortably profitable. Plus, it actually hit $5 billion in annual revenue as of June. What if that wasn't the whole picture? Because new information has raised some doubt.
Well, I could be wrong, but the whole point of Game Pass is that it's profitable in the long run. Because what's it called? You're getting games made for like hundreds of millions, probably not that much, but for millions, and the people subscribing to that just to get that one game isn't making you millions. The amount of people doing it, subscribing for that one game. However, because you have so many games that are of acceptable quality, people are you are making the money back.
Bloomberg reported something real interesting, that Xbox, quote, gave up more than $300 million in sales of Call of Duty because of Game Pass. The game business also has data supporting this, and Xbox's audience share is at its highest in years.
Should online games be in the Game Pass though? Like Call of Duty, which have a shelf life of like 1 year, 1 or 2 years, basically until the next one comes out. Then they stop supporting this and everyone has to move because the game is pretty much dead.
But here's what Circana's Matt Piscatella points out, and this does actually matter, right? Because it's not such a simple story. Call of Duty didn't just lose sales to Game Pass. What it did, yes, well, it sacrificed a bunch of upfront revenue, is it got a bunch more people onto the service.
Yep.
Think about engagement. Engagement that will drive
By the way, another thing with the subscriptions, it's that people forget about them and they just leave it. So you end up actually making a lot more money than the game originally is. Let's say the game's like 30 bucks. Well, 1 month is 30 bucks now. Let's say the game's like 80 bucks. The subscription is 30. In 3 months, you make the money for the game back. But realistically, there's gonna be someone who forgets about it and leaves the subscription reoccurring for like a year.
Microtransactions that
that's actually how gyms make most of their money, because people go sign up and then they forget about it.
Drive subscriptions.
They're too lazy to go
and of
cancel.
course, there's a network effect to this. 13 million more people played the game that month. And those are people who can buy those microtransactions. So there's a lot of factors at play
True,
here.
that's another
but let's
factor.
be real. Selling more copies of COD on the weakest console, that won't increase profits the way that Microsoft wants. So what will? That's quite simple. It's raising prices on your most engaging subscription tier. And this
I could be wrong, but can't you play the Xbox Game Pass on PC? Because I thought that was like the whole point. You didn't need an Xbox. Because I think this PC itself has an Xbox Game Pass on not redeemed. Because every now and then when I start up the PC, I do get like a notification about it.
feels calculated. You see, last year, Ultimate saw a price increase. This time, they capped it at $30. That's just enough to market games like Expedition 33 or Call of Duty as still being cheaper with the subscription as opposed to buying outright. And
Yeah.
Xbox promises 75 games a year on day one, but audiences are doing the maths, and when they do, they find that Ultimate simply is not worth keeping in many instances. You see, in reality, there's far more happening with these changes than what we see at that top level from the Ultimate headline. No, when we go at the other things,
Another thing is, if you don't have the Game Pass, do you keep your games? Like your save progress? But it's like you have to rebuy the game originally. Let's say that's $30 plus the Game Pass. That's $60 for a game that was originally $30. And I'm saying this because they're probably going to continue raising the prices every year. Because that's what they've been doing. Fuck. Dude, he puts the image so much, but I still can't find it. Anyways.
we see a lot of change. Right, here's the overall plan. Xbox wants Ultimate at the top of its pyramid, and that's basically their goal with Game Pass right now. But they are hoping, of course, for more people to sign up at the lower tiers to, balance it out, get new users who one day may upgrade. Now, take a look at the newly renamed tiers. Premium and Essential have not went up in price, despite...
Dude, I still don't understand what this means. Do you not get all the games here? Then what's the fucking point of this? Like, what? 50 games, out of those 50 games, there's probably 2 or 3 that you actually like. And by the time you find them, it's gonna be like the last day, realistically. This is not worth it all. This is not worth it all. This is the only one that actually makes sense worth getting. And even then, it's within a year of launch. Within a year. I don't know. Even then, it's like a bit weird. Then again, a lot of what they called subscription services like these, what they do is put a cheap one that's complete dog shit and a pricey one that's complete dog shit, so that you play the middle one, thinking you're smart. Look, oh, I'm getting the most benefits here. This is the best one. I have to get this one, not this one or this one.
Actually getting more additions. Premium's library is guaranteed every Xbox game except Call of Duty a year after launch. Essentials library has also doubled to 50
Dude,
games.
I have to say it. Why the fuck would you get Game Pass for a Riot at all? Their games are free. Like, I don't see the purpose. Like, I guess you get like cosmetics maybe, or like the champions. But if you actually like the game, you're gonna play enough to unlock all those. Like, it doesn't actually make sense.
But more importantly, both tiers now provide cloud gaming access, including with select titles from people's libraries. It's basically out of beta now. It's a thing. It's out. And the quality of that streaming will go up as you go up the subscription tiers. Ultimate gets 1440p streaming, low wait times, and a boosted bitrate. That's certainly better, but Xbox is hoping something else will soothe the damage of the $360 a year price. So what they've done is they've implemented a new $360
play and earn up to $100 a year in the store. Wait, what? Well, think about it. $100 a year. The Game Pass itself is $9. And you're gonna in a year, a year's 12 months. Like, you're still losing money, even if you somehow gain up to, so you can't go above 100. Even then, like, you're still losing money. It's not worth. Don't fall for this scam.
$60 a year price. So what they've done is they've implemented a new reward scheme.
Access to Quest. Why even have this option if everyone gets access to it? This is useless. What the fuck are... I'm guessing Quest is how you get the money? Whatever. Wait, that's even... Oh, never mind. They do get it. Bonus for Quest? So these guys can get up to $400? Huh? Oh, never mind. I guess the Quest don't give you money. So what the fuck is this? You pay $9.99, which is basically $10, let's be honest. $10 a month, and you can earn up to $25. So in 3 months, you're pretty much losing money. Actually, you're losing money from the start to the end. Because this is per year, up to per year. So you need to play the whole year to even reach this goal, don't you? Whatever.
This is great. Here's how it works. It's a little devious. As you play games, you can complete quests and in-game challenges. Those will reward you with Microsoft Store credits, which you can spend elsewhere in their ecosystem.
You know what it reminds me of? Cashback. It's like, oh, you buy this and you get like $20 back. Woo. Now you're gonna buy something for like $100 that you don't actually need at all. And that's just gonna be in the background for like forever.
That means you can buy expansions, DLC, games, whatever. But you should notice the timing here. Recently came a reveal, and that reveal was that points can no longer be efficiently exchanged for Game Pass subscriptions. They can still be exchanged, but not as efficiently. And then
not as efficiently. Oh, because of tax, maybe? So they want, I'm guessing it needs to be something to do with tax, right? Like they end up getting more money. It's the same, but they end up getting more money because the tax is like before or after some shit.
Players realize something else. They can't get upfront discounts on DLC anymore. So now the benefit comes after you're engaged with the reward system. There's a little more friction there. And essentially Microsoft hopes players won't...
Uber. It just came to mind. The thing I said at the beginning of the video, that's Uber. Uber did the same thing where they basically were so cheap and so affordable, they drove taxis out of the system. Well, they didn't drive taxis out. Taxi drivers just became Uber drivers. And then they increased the price, made it everything shittier. And what are you gonna do? Not take Uber? Taxis no longer exist. They have basically a monopoly. Well, to be fair, now there's like more services similar. But yeah, they're basically doing the same thing.
Use the discounts as broadly. So here are the broad takeaways. Essential and Premium are slightly better products now. They're usable on PC and via cloud, but with no price increase. So that's good. PC Game Passes either became more expensive or that price increases came with value that actually justifies it. And that will basically depend on how much you like Ubisoft's library. And as for Ultimate, yes, significantly more expensive for not that much value overall. So, what could prompt Xbox to think this is a good idea? I mean, it does feel like they've just actually went a few bridges too far.
Like he said, they've released good games on Game Pass. Maybe because they did that, or they announced, I guess. They were hoping those games would make up for the price.
Here. Well, fundamentally, it comes down to this. Day one in Game Pass used to be the heart of their marketing, but now Microsoft has got other ideas for the service. What they've seen is that the games industry is changing, and they've seen that audience tastes are changing with it. To get a sense of that, here's some stats reported by the Wall Street Journal. Year-on-year spending for 18 to 20...
Is he not going to show the stats? Okay, here's...
4-year-olds is down 25% on video.
Video games is experts.
Video games. And that's all kinds of spend in video games. That is absolutely brutal, and other age groups have seen drops as well, but they're not as large. Now, this is obviously part of a...
Okay, I think this is bait. It's not that people are playing games less, it's that they're spending less on games, which is different. Because there's a lot of free games that can basically last 2 years. There's also cheap indie games that also last years. When before, you pretty much had to like min-max the game. Like the small game you got, if it even worked. Because sometimes you put it into your PC and it was just dog shit.
Age groups have seen drops as well, but they're not as large. Now, this is obviously part of a wider societal shift. There's inflation, there's tariff spiked, price increases, wages failing to keep pace with things. Spending in general has dropped as well. I mean, in physical stores, it's down 13% for that age group. And as much as GameStop may get themselves likes and retweets for clowning on this stuff, I think that physical purchase number is not really...
Game Pass, this is also wrong. it depends. I do think cloud gaming and something similar to Game Pass is probably gonna be the future. But
going
it
to go up
depends.
in any meaningful way. And that's because, per the data, people are simply spending their money differently now, and the money that they would have spent in video games is going to other things, like food. But
Yep.
here's what's kind of interesting. Do you know where spending has increased? Well,
Spending has increased. Housing? No, not really. Because it's a 20-year-olds. Mm, clothes maybe?
you probably know by looking at your own wallet. It's subscription services. And the
Oh,
games business noted something.
I don't have any subscriptions. Like, I don't see the point of in Netflix and all this because when I can get them, when I can purchase them for a reasonable price on the internet.
There. From March to July, game subscription revenue has increased every single month. And
Actually, how many subscriptions do you even need? Because I don't have any. Like, if I want to watch something on Netflix, I just don't watch it because it's probably dog shit either way. What's maybe battle passes? I guess. I mean, like, if you're playing WoW or Final Fantasy, I guess you play a subscription, which is complete dog shit. Because if you've been playing WoW since it came out, you probably spent a couple $1,000 on it, no? By now?
year on year, it's up 19%. That's from January to July. So that's going up. And it doesn't even include mobile games, most of which have some form of subscription as well. So from an industry perspective, subscription models are a safe bet as long
No, they're not. People get tired.
as they are profitable. And that is the context for Microsoft's changes. They are realigning the Game Pass pyramid. They're focusing less on dedicated game audiences.
There's been a lot of hate for subscriptions lately. It's not worth going into the market right now.
And more on just reaching absolutely everyone. So, of course, one part of that story is a lot of them believing in their cloud push.
Like a subscription is like AI. People are spamming it, so people are tired and they're refusing to accept it.
But that cloud push maybe not bringing
But what's this thing over here? Like, is the screen bad? There's another one here.
in all the numbers that they would have hoped. Now, Christopher Dring at The Game Business has explained this. It's broadly about meeting users where they actually are. And that's why the base
See, this is what I mean. Make a shitty, cheap version and a shitty, pricey version. And then make people feel like they're smart for going for the medium version. Which is also shitty.
tiers haven't
But
really
not as
had a
much.
price increase, but are still getting more valuable benefits. You see, according to the data, a majority of users
What benefits? Whatever.
don't actually play day one games anyway. I mean, when I think about things myself, not really a surprise. What they use Game Pass for is the library of titles.
Yeah.
So think about it. Some people use subscription services as actual libraries. They browse through them, and effectively they pay an access fee to go to that library. And that bit does kind of make sense. But it also explains Xbox's strategy. Because that's why the
You know what that reminds me of? It's like a... Oh, I don't know if they did it in the US, but back in Cuba, you know, if you have games and shit, you can actually like put it in your room or whatever, and then people can pay you to like play the games. It's basically like that, right? Like the games you have, or in the living room, I guess. You can put the what's it called, the Wii or whatever. Like I remember the last time I went to Cuba, I think, for like I don't know, 10 pesos or whatever, which is like I don't know, 10 cents. I actually don't know.
most important
You know, you could get to this guy's house and like play his games
change is not
for like a
Game
couple
Pass
hours.
Ultimate at
It was
all,
cool.
even though it's the most headline grabbing one. It's actually everything else. It's that every tier now comes with Xbox cloud gaming and a library of games, and what that indicates for the future of Xbox as a brand. Because, well, I've seen the headlines about the ad supported tier, and I've seen the headlines about hardware plans maybe being
Ads? Oh, they're doing the Netflix thing. Okay, whatever.
a bit wobbly. I'll probably dive into those soon, and that's why this next bit is something you've got to hear.
Now, realistically, if you have ads in the library, it's whatever. I think the problem is when there's ads in the game
Because
that
it's
it
going to
becomes a
help it
problem.
all make sense. Remember Costco from earlier in this video? Well, this entire shift explains that situation. Game Pass's new structure is about their marketing scheme, that everything is an Xbox. You may wake up in the morning and find that you are in fact also an Xbox. They're not selling consoles. I mean, predictions put Xbox at 13% of UK market share next year, down from 31%. Why? Simple. PlayStations are selling. People want to play GTA 6 on their PlayStations.
They need another name, let's be honest. Xbox, but it's not a box. There's no X in it anymore. It's not as catchy anymore.
That they already have and that their friends already have. All of the network effects have been in PlayStation's favor when it comes to big games like that.
Is GTA 5 gonna be in the Xbox Game Pass? Because if it is, I actually think it's worth. Because you can play it, and if you don't like it, because that game's gonna be like $60. Actually, that game might even be 100 and something bucks, by the way. Right? Wasn't it like leaked or something that it's gonna be 100 plus? So it might actually be worth more to get the Game Pass, play it, and if you don't like it, you just play other games in there.
And things that actually drive hardware purchases. I'm sure they look at World of Warcraft subscription revenue and think, huh, would you look at that? And those
That's retarded because that's like, how many years old is World of Warcraft? It's like 20 years old, no? 10? 11? Like, times have changed. This isn't the model anymore.
users don't even need to own a Blizzard box to play that game. Shocking. That's a bit ridiculous, but I think you get my point here. So the idea that everything is an Xbox, yes, it's kind of their motto, but it's also their core focus. Hardware, from what we understand, will still get made in the future.
Okay.
That's because while there are rumors of Xbox abandoning hardware, well, they've got a multi-year deal with AMD as of June this year. But here's what actually matters now. Game Pass is Xbox, and anywhere you can access it is Xbox as well. It's on your phone, it's on your TV, maybe in 5 years, it'll be on your goddamn smart glasses as well. So the point of these changes is getting it on as many devices as they can, so that they can spread and they can find new audiences, which means not necessarily you and me.
Well, at the end, what matters is if they're making a profit when they reach the market cap, right? Like Netflix reached it like a long time ago, if I'm not wrong. Or at least that's what I read in an article. And they still weren't making money out of it. That's why they like increased prices and shit. After all, there's only so many like humans alive in the world that can do this or that have internet.
Us crusty people who, you know, play games broadly the way we have
Or the money to buy like a subscription service like this.
Been for quite some time. And The Verge reported something that kind of reinforces this, and that's that Xbox is working on a standalone xCloud app. Now, what this app will do is give users 5 free hours of streaming monthly. But the catch is that you'll need to watch 2 minutes of ads first. And
2 minutes of ads for... Wait, 2 minutes of ads one time? Oh, before a game is available. What's it called? Games actually do that already. Like mobile games do that. Like you download a mobile game, you try to play it, you get 50 fucking pop-ups, and after you click X on all of them, you get like 3 or 4 ads, which are by the way scummy as fuck. Because the X on the top right is actually fake. So if you click it, you actually go to the Apple Store instead of exiting out of the ad.
the way it will work is that
What I'm trying to say is people will take this because they're taking like mobile gaming might be dog shit, but people still use it. There's like so many dog shit games that people play.
If you have a library of Xbox games, you'll be able to play your own games, but this is not something made really for console only.
Also, think about TV. Like, how many minutes of ads is there, like, every now and then when you're watching TV? I'd say it's like 5 minutes. It's a lot more.
It's made for everyone else, people who don't have a console, or maybe people who have a PlayStation. Because that move about the Game Pass update is all about selling a $10 subscription for cloud gaming to everyone on Earth with a smart TV. And if you've purchased a new smart TV lately, you've probably seen evidence of that in the form of more delicious bloatware that all of our televisions are crammed with now. So yeah, it's about yield. And to hit another device, the addition of PC games to the core libraries means another thing. That the shiny new ROG Xbox Ally that's bloody expensive, well, that can come bundled with both a library of downloaded.
To be fair, I've heard good things about wait, was it ROG or something? Was it Asus? There's like a white one that I heard was like really good for gaming, outside of the Steam Deck.
Games and
which, by the way, this is basically just a Steam Deck, no? But with the Game Pass instead of Steam.
For streaming your Xbox library. Ultimate and Game Pass price rises will extract
except, if I'm not wrong, you can mod the Steam Deck and like make it like a PC or something. I believe I heard.
Even more money from a smaller, more dedicated part of the audience. But here's what this is primarily about. It's about introducing new ways for people to access the Xbox ecosystem at a lower price point across all of this for people to access the Xbox ecosystem at a lower price point across all of the platforms.
Sorry, I think I'm retarded.
Part of the audience. But here's what this is primarily about.
Baldur's Gate. You can probably get 3 or 4 months out of Baldur's Gate because you can make a lot of runs. There's mods that change the game. I don't know what this is. Hollow Knight. You can probably play for a month. So I would say these are good deals for the Game Pass. Nah, actually, I think buying Baldur's Gate without the Game Pass is better in this case, actually. I think you're gonna end up paying more for the Game Pass than you would just getting the game.
It's about introducing new ways for people to access the Xbox ecosystem at a lower price point across all of the platforms. The question, though, is whether that will actually work. Because to be honest with you, I can see all of the logic in that plan. I can see how it would be completely rationalized, but I just don't think we're there yet. I just don't think that's where people who really want to spend a lot of money in games are going to be spending that money. I don't know. It just doesn't really feel right to me. I think it kind of reeks of Microsoft thinking, which is really not the best when it comes to innovation, at least in anything that's, got a consumer as its primary touch point. What do you think about it? I think it's basically kind of screwed, and I think they've kind of just destroyed a hell of brand value. I think this is not the time to piss people off, but
is it the time to... No, it isn't. There's too many problems with games. There's too many yep. Games and price. It's not a good year. Like, people have been complaining a lot. They should have moved it to next year or so.
Hey, Amy Hood, she wants the numbers to be what they've got to be, so it's gotta happen. And on that bright, sunny note, how about you see what's going on with Electronic Arts and the Saudis next?
What? What are these recommended? Okay, Hassan, he shocked his dog, sure. Our parents were so wrong about strangers. It really depends. Like, there's actually a lot of good people out there. However, there's also a lot of bad people. It really depends if you get lucky. Anyways, I'm gonna put the link to the video on the description if you want to check it out. Give it a like and all that. My thoughts. People are gonna complain about it for 2 to 3 months. Then they're gonna release more games that are good, and people are gonna forget about it until the next time they raise the price. You heard it here first. Peace.